Hey there! Have you ever had stomach pain, bloating, or digestive issues after eating? If so, you might have heard of the low FODMAP diet. But what exactly is it? That's what we're covering today with this low FODMAP food chart. Now, before we get started, I have a question for you. Do you ever notice that certain foods make you feel uncomfortable while others don't? Maybe bread or apples? Drop a comment below and let's see if we can connect the dots. The low FODMAP diet is designed to help people with IBS, bloating, and other gut sensitivities. It focuses on removing certain short-chain carbohydrates that can be hard to digest. Don't worry, I know this sounds complicated, but we'll break it down together. This isn't about removing delicious foods from your life. It's about finding what works best for your gut while still eating amazing meals. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which foods to enjoy and which ones to limit, and I'll even share some tasty meal ideas. Sound good? Let's get started.
All right, let's talk about FODMAP. What are they, and why do they cause issues for some people? FODMAP stands for Fermentable Oligosaccharides, Disaccharides, Monosaccharides, and Polyols. Sounds complicated, right? But here's the simple version. They're types of short-chain carbohydrates that don't get fully absorbed in the small intestine. When that happens, they move into your colon, where bacteria ferment them. And guess what? That fermentation causes gas, bloating, and stomach pain. Not fun. Some common high FODMAP foods include wheat, onions, garlic, apples, pears, cauliflower, and dairy products like milk and soft cheeses. Have you ever noticed feeling bloated after eating something like garlic bread or apples? Let me know in the comments. The good news is that not all carbs are high FODMAP. There are plenty of delicious foods that are easier on digestion. Let's look at what you can eat.
Now for the good part, foods you can eat. You don't have to give up delicious meals just because you're avoiding high FODMAP foods. Let's start with fruits. Great choices include bananas, oranges, grapes, strawberries, and cantaloupe. Ever had a banana smoothie with almond milk? Perfect low FODMAP choice. Now, let's talk vegetables. Some of the best low FODMAP veggies are carrots, cucumbers, spinach, zucchini, and bell peppers. They're great for salads, stir-fries, and side dishes. Moving on to grains, stick with quinoa, rice, oats, and gluten-free bread. Have you ever tried quinoa instead of pasta? It's super filling and a great alternative. When it comes to protein, go for chicken, eggs, firm tofu, and seafood. All easy to digest. And for dairy, lactose-free milk, almond milk, and hard cheeses like Parmesan are your best bets. Do you eat any of these low FODMAP foods already? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's talk about the foods that can trigger digestive issues.
Now, let's go over the foods that might cause issues. If you're experiencing bloating or discomfort, you might want to limit or avoid some of these. Let's start with the big one, onions and garlic. I know, they're in everything, but they're huge FODMAP triggers. Instead of fresh garlic, try garlic-infused oil for the flavor without the side effects. Next, apples, pears, watermelon, and mangoes. These are all high in fructose, a type of sugar that can cause bloating. Then there's dairy. Milk, soft cheeses like cream cheese, and even yogurt can be high FODMAP. Do you drink regular milk, or have you switched to almond or lactose-free milk? Comment below. I'd love to know what works for you. Finally, let's talk grains. Wheat-based foods like bread, pasta, and crackers can be problematic. The good news? Gluten-free options work just fine. If you want an easy rule, just remember this. When in doubt, go for whole, unprocessed foods. That way, you avoid hidden high FODMAP ingredients.
Now that we know which foods to eat and which to avoid, let's put them together into a simple low FODMAP meal plan. This will help you see just how delicious and easy it is to follow this diet. Let's start with breakfast. You can have oatmeal made with almond milk, topped with blueberries and a drizzle of maple syrup. Sounds good, right? For lunch, how about grilled chicken with quinoa and roasted carrots? It's filling, nutritious, and won't upset your stomach. And for dinner, a simple yet tasty meal is baked salmon with zucchini and mashed potatoes, all low FODMAP. Now, let's talk snacks. You can enjoy banana slices with peanut butter, rice cakes with lactose-free cheese, or a handful of walnuts. Have you ever tried any of these meals before? Let me know in the comments. The key is to find what works for you while making sure your meals are still delicious and satisfying. All right, up next, let's talk about some hidden FODMAPs in foods you might not expect.
One of the trickiest parts of following a low FODMAP diet is hidden high FODMAP ingredients. You might think you're avoiding problem foods, but many processed items contain sneaky FODMAPs. Let's look at some examples. First up, salad dressings and sauces. Many contain onion, garlic, or high-fructose corn syrup, which are all high FODMAP. A great alternative? Make your own dressing with olive oil, lemon juice, and herbs. Next, protein bars and snacks. Some of these have honey, inulin, or artificial sweeteners like sorbitol, which can cause bloating. Ever had a protein bar and felt uncomfortable afterward? That might be why. Another sneaky culprit is flavored yogurts and non-dairy creamers. Some contain added lactose or high FODMAP fruit concentrates. The best tip? Always check ingredient labels before buying. Have you ever found a surprising high FODMAP ingredient in a product? Comment below. I'd love to hear about it. All right, now let's talk about how to reintroduce foods back into your diet.
Once you've followed a low FODMAP diet for a few weeks, you don't have to avoid these foods forever. The goal is to slowly reintroduce foods to see what your body can tolerate. Here's how to do it. First, pick one high FODMAP food to test, like an apple or a piece of whole wheat bread. Then, eat a small portion and track how you feel for the next 24 hours. If you don't have any symptoms, try a slightly larger portion the next time. But if you notice bloating, discomfort, or stomach pain, it might be best to limit that food. This method helps you customize your diet to fit your unique needs. Do you have a food you'd love to reintroduce? Comment below. I'd love to hear which one. The key is to go slow and listen to your body. Up next, let's go over some final tips for long-term success. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a few key tips for long-term success on a low FODMAP diet. First, stay organized with meal planning. Having a plan makes it so much easier to avoid high FODMAP foods and enjoy a stress-free diet. Second, pay attention to how your body reacts. Everyone's tolerance is different, so reintroduce foods carefully and track your symptoms. Third, don't hesitate to ask questions when eating out. Many restaurant dishes contain hidden FODMAPs like garlic and onion, so it's always good to double-check. Now, if you're looking for a simple way to keep track of low FODMAP foods, we've got something special for you. We've created beautiful, easy-to-read low FODMAP food charts that you can print and display anywhere, in your kitchen, on your fridge, or even in a meal planning binder. These charts help you quickly see which foods to enjoy and which to avoid, making meal decisions so much easier. You can find them in our Etsy store, Pixel Art Shop CO, where we offer versatile, high-quality food charts designed to fit your lifestyle. If you want to check them out, the link is in the description. Before you go, let me know in the comments, what's your favorite low FODMAP meal? And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more nutrition tips. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.